Hi, I'm Zach with Josh's Frogs. Long ago, Josh and I made a decision to only sell quality captive bred animals. While this may seem like an easy choice on the surface, it puts us at a serious competitive disadvantage to those in the pet industry who sell wild-caught animals. Wild-caught animals are cheaper, more easily available, and the seller does not have to go through the trouble of breeding their own stock. It's as simple as ordering some more when you're out. This greatly reduces overhead costs and allows for a greater profit. Josh and I knew this, but we decided that was not the direction for us, even if it cut into the bottom line. Curious as to why a growing small business would seemingly act against its own best interest? Because we're more concerned with the best interests of our animals and our customers, and feel there are better ways to provide the beautiful animals we work with to the public. By purchasing captive bred animals, you are not harming wild populations of the animals you love. A very simple statement, yet very powerful nonetheless. Every animal removed from the wild is one less animal that could contribute to wild populations. With many wild populations of amphibians on the decline, additional pressures from the pet trade are certainly not something that's needed. By breeding animals at Josh's Frogs, we're filling the demand for amphibians that could otherwise be filled with wild-caught animals, and reducing the demand for those wild-caught animals. Less demand for wild-caught animals equals fewer wild-caught animals coming into the country. That's a win for wild amphibian populations, and a win for our customers. Generally, captive-bred animals are healthier animals. A captive-bred animal is already adapted to a life in a vivarium or terrarium, and does not undergo the stress that wild-caught animals do as they are acclimated. This stress often causes health problems, such as malnutrition, bacterial or fungal infections, or parasite infestations, all very, very common in wild-caught animals and much less common in captive-bred animals. The majority of wild-caught amphibians perish very quickly and needlessly after capture. The trip from the wild to terrarium is often a long one. Animals are often captured by locals, acquired by local dealers, then other dealers, and finally to the exporter. Then they travel across the world, are received by an importer, and often change hands 2 to 3 more times before finally ending up at their permanent place of residence. Captive-bred animals are less stressed in captivity and have fewer issues with malnutrition, infections, or parasites. In short, captive-bred animals tend to be healthier animals. Captive-bred animals make better pets than wild-caught animals. With fewer health problems than wild-caught animals, captive-bred animals generally make better captives. Being that they were bred in captivity, it's easy to find out exactly how old the animal you are purchasing is. No need to be concerned about receiving a wild-caught animal that's already nearing the end of its lifespan. Captive-bred animals are already adapted to life in a terrarium and experience much less stress during transport and while acclimating to their new home. In general, captive-bred animals are easy to care for and much easier to be successful with than wild-caught animals. While wild-caught animals are occasionally needed to found new captive breeding populations, there is simply no need for the vast majority of wild-caught animals to ever be imported to the United States for the pet trade. Don't be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution. When you go to purchase that first pet frog, buy a captive-bred one. If you're looking for that perfect pet frog and all of the products you need to take proper care of them, look no further than joshsfrogs.com.